Hey, Zach here, and in today's video we're taking a look at an early AC/DC song. This is You Ain't Got a Hold on Me, which is on the original Australian version of the High Voltage album and was also released internationally on the '74 Jailbreak EP. And this is a pretty tight song, only 3.5 minutes, and it's pretty simple, but what's really cool is that as far as I know, all of the lead guitar is played by Malcolm Young. So let's get right on into it. All right, so the intro riff just alternates between a chord and a line that connects them. So each chord is going to be played on the and of 4 as like an anticipation, and then the lines start on the downbeat of 3. So you're going to start with a D power chord, and then on beat 3, we're going to play C, D, C, G. Again, starting on beat 3 of the next bar, G, A, C, back to D. So it kind of walks down and walks up. So again, from the D, and Malcolm is basically following that single note line idea with this lead part up here, basically at the D minor pentatonic box. So starting with a bend on the B string up to the root, this is going to be on the 13th fret. And then obviously he's just walking down the scale, landing on that G note, obviously to match the G. And then he just gives that G a bend, back down to the F note. All right, so again, that G is a whole step bend. You probably want to pre-bend that in real time. All right, so once that intro riff is played a couple times, playing between the D and the G, we're going to walk up from the G into the verse part, which starts off in D. So this verse part is a slide from the C note to the D note on the G string. Play it obviously a couple times and then play the same C to D move again, just with a regular fingering. So that slide is an anticipation onto the downbeat of the 1. 1, 2. All right, so you'll play that little lick there in D through 2 bars, and then we'll hit that walk-up line again, and we'll officially begin the verse, okay? So if that's the D harmony, and of course, always playing off this open D string here. You're going to play that for 2 bars, and then we're just going to move to the A. So just dropping a string set to the open A, and the slide and fingered notes are on the D string. You're going to play the A harmony there for 4 bars before going back to the D for 2 bars. And then we're going to the 4 or the G. And not really sure if they're playing single strings here or if they're playing the full octave shape like I'm going to show you here. But either way, the gist is the same pattern going from the F sliding into the G. Here on the low strings. All right, so that's just from the 1st to the 3rd fret on the low E and D strings. Back to the D. And you see sometimes I'll even play this hybrid style where I'm playing like the open string with my pick and the note that's actually changing with my middle finger. Right, just something to play around with for added accuracy. And to really get the 5 sound, we're going back to the A. And you can hear how that kind of sets us up for the resolution. And that resolution is going to come with a little break in the pattern where we're actually going to play power chords starting from the B flat, moving back up to D. All right, so that's going to be a B flat on the 1st fret, coming down on the downbeat. The C, just moving up 2 frets, again on the downbeat. And then this D is going to be, again, an anticipation. So it's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. All right, so then we're just going to go back and play the B flat and C. 3, 4, and then that brings us right to the chorus. All right, so here for the chorus, we're playing pairs of chords that come on the downbeat and that also anticipate the downbeat of 1. So, obviously from the pre-chorus, we're walking up, and the chorus starts with our D power chord, and then you're going to anticipate coming down to the F on the 1st fret there, and these are just power chords. And for our next 2 chords, we're going to hear a rare, straight ahead minor chord. So minor bar chord here on the G. And then that's going to be matched with a D minor bar chord. All right, so you don't really hear the overt minor tonality like in a bar chord very often in AC/DC songs. So again, that's the D to the F, G to the D, and then we're going to go down to B flat. All right, so again, we're walking down to the A or down to the 5 of the key of D. And then we're going to do that same walk up. All right, so basically every time you hear "You Ain't Got a Hold on Me," you know you'll be playing those 3 chords. Now, after the second chorus leading into the guitar solo, the build-up is going to be a little bit different. So it's just going to be 1 and 2 and on the D, 3 and 4 B flat to C. All right, so giving a little extra energy. And the rhythm part is just going to be the verse section that's going to be played under the solo. last time through the chorus, Malcolm is going to come in with a few more filler kind of lead licks in between each of the repeats. And the first one is, all right, pretty simple, just bending that G up a whole step to the F, and of course landing on the root. The second lick builds up a little bit higher. So again, staying in this box, we're going to do this whole step bend, and then we're going to do a bend and release there up from the flat 7 up to the root. And the last lick there is basically reminiscent on how he ends the solo. Right, again, just working out of that minor pentatonic shape. All right, so the last time through the chorus, we're gonna hear that "You Ain't Got a Hold on Me" ascending part 4 times. And the only tricky rhythm part here is on the last time. I believe you're gonna play the B flat on the 1, and then there's this elongation kind of the part here. So you're gonna play the B flat on the 1, you're gonna play the C on the and of 4, and then obviously there's a break for the vocals, and there's this little stutter as the band comes back in because they're playing on the and of 1 in the following bars. And as the song fades out over that D verse rhythm part, he's just going to come in with this repeating motif. All right, so that's just a pre-bend on the 12th fret G string, and then of course bending up to the root there on the B string. And that does it for "You Ain't Got a Hold on Me." A fun song, kind of a shorter song, especially considering some of the other tracks that we're looking at on this high voltage album. All right, and our exploration of AC/DC's catalog continues with quite possibly the most uncharacteristic AC/DC song that they've ever recorded, and this is called "Love Song." So let's check it out.